Hey folks, this is just a quick video to step through my UI. This is take number 2 because take 1 was about 8 minutes and I realized it's a lot of waffle. So I'm actually going to keep this very, very brief and just put a list of my add-ons in the description below. This is literally just going to step you through what each of these things is and what add-on it is. So if you want to get it for yourself and play around with it, you can. I'm going to start on the left-hand side and just work my way across the screen. So far left here, details. This is a damage meter, very customizable. Both of these windows, healing and damage, are details. So grab that if you want to have one of these. This little string of abilities here is a GCD tracker called TrufiGCD. It's spelled Trufi. I'll put it down in the description if you want to have something on your screen that tracks your GCDs. Most helpful for when you have, like, if you're creating video content and you want to check back and see what the hell you were doing if you couldn't figure it out from anything else. Top left over here, this is called Angry Assignments. Useful for raid. It allows you to post a set of assignments for raid cooldowns or soaks or whatever. Anybody else who has the add-on will also receive it, so quite useful. This unit frame here, this one here, this one here, this one here. So this is boss frame, player frame, target, target to target, and pet. That's shadowed unit frames. I actually don't customize it very much. I just got used to it over time, so I always use that for my basic target and player frames. Other unit frames is Vuhdo. This is the little deck down here that you see. This is I used to heal a lot, and it's very easy to mouse over heal with Vuhdo. Very easy to assign your various abilities, so that's why I use it. I still use it for soul stoning people and things like that as a warlock. It also tracks debuffs. You can see down here there's a debuff here, which is really helpful for when you're in a raid environment. So that's Vuhdo. In the center here, this is a Weakauras suite called Luxthos, Warlock Weakauras. He has one for every class in the game, highly customizable. I've only tweaked it slightly. It just shows me all of the abilities I have available to use, lots of relevant buffs, all of my available defensive CDs, etc. It also came with a Castbar, but I removed it because I didn't like it. I use my own Castbar. This is Quartz. I just got used to it. It's not that special, but anyway, so Luxthos is the main Weakauras suite for all of my abilities. Quartz is the Castbar. This little set of 4 here with my Trinket, DPS Pot, Healthstone, and Healing CDs. This is actually Bartender, which is my action bar suite. This is set to click through so I don't accidentally click it. This is just for me to see what's available and when. Uh, Basically, I use Bartender for all of my action bars. This guy here, this little set of timers, this is BigWigs, which also comes with LittleWigs. So BigWigs and LittleWigs. BigWigs is for raid, LittleWigs is for dungeons. They are your standard boss and ability timers. Super useful, must have. It's an alternative to DBM. I like it because it's prettier. That's literally it. What else? Over here, these ability trackers, this is Method Raid Tools, or it used to be called Exorcist Raid Tools. I've highly customized this. It's very easy to customize. Essentially, you can just set it up so that it's tracking whatever abilities you want in various columns. This column is major raid CDs, so Rewind, Rallying Cry, Aura Mastery, etc. This is major movement CDs, so Roar, Windrush, etc. There's also one over here that tracks stuns, which is not active for raid. That's for dungeon activity. Okay, I think that's mostly it. I have a chat customization add-on called Prat, but I don't think you really need it. I think the Blizzard customization is pretty straightforward nowadays. Buffs and debuffs are basically the same. They're Blizzards. I don't use them. I don't use an add-on for those. This is Sexy Map. It applies a skin, but I actually just use it because it allows me to move certain things like the objectives tracker or the armored man. So that's Sexy Map. Big one over here, my nameplate add-on is Plater. I've essentially just downloaded wholesale a profile from another content creator. This seems to be quite common now as of Dragonflight. There's quite a few of them floating around. Anyway, it applies a lot of different customizations. Super helpful. You can see it's tracking my some buffs that I've applied or debuffs that I've applied to the boss. So Roaring Blaze, Immolate. This is my trinket. It shows a lot of information. I would highly recommend getting it. You can download the profile wholesale from whatever YouTuber you like, and then you can just apply your own aesthetic customizations afterwards. The only other thing to mention really is just to go back and talk about Bartender briefly. So obviously you don't see any of my ability, my actions on my screen. I got rid of them because I was finding that I would look at my bars too frequently, and I don't like that. I think it's a bad idea. It just makes for worse overall play. So I've hidden all of them, but I do obviously have, being a warlock, something like 6 or 7 action bars that are completely full of keybinds and macros. They're just all hidden, so they can't be seen. Yeah, but they're in the background. So Bartender's the main action bar. Okay, I'll leave it there. I think that covered pretty much everything. Ask me if you've got questions and check the description for the various add-ons. Bye.